Hello there and welcome to Trial TV Live. I am the Squeegee of Justice. Thank you so much for joining us on the afternoon of California versus Monica Sementilli, day 17. So, therapist, you know, you're having a NyQuil and chicken noodle soup party. Oh, so sorry you're not feeling well. That stinks. I do hope you feel better. So, all right, Nan R, I'll see you at 6. If not coming, good night. Thank you. All right, Shirley Roth, Little Miss, good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. Irish Amy, Kerrville. Are you guys ready for Monica? DeMonica, Kerrville and Ola. Yep, got my trusty sidekick here. There she is. Yeah, it's a good girl. All right, well, let's get to it. Let us get to day 17, afternoon of Monica Sementilli. We pick up, this is after lunch. So who is on the stand? Melanie Gby, I believe that's how she pronounced her name. She is the National Show Director at Wella. Let me just pull this up here. Okay.
Council President. We are back on the record. Viewers of Sementilli, defendant is present, all counsel present, jury, and also present. Good afternoon. Ms. Gby still under oath, and the people may continue.
When we broke for lunch, we were talking about the date of March 17th of 2017 when the defendant texted you to give her a call, and then she told you that she was trying to plan a girls' trip to Vegas, right?
Correct.
Show you page 8 of your text string that's been previously marked as Exhibit 199. On March 20th, did you receive this text from the defendant? Have you heard back yet? If not, no worries. How about you guys swing by tonight?
Yes.
Okay. And then, did you respond? This is on March 20th at approximately 12:18 in the afternoon. And then you responded a few moments later saying, "Hi, thanks for reminding me. I just sent them another email."
Yes.
And then what follows is a couple text messages between the two of you later that day trying to make plans, correct?
Correct.
And the defendant says maybe next week, but she's leaving early Thursday morning. Correct?
Correct.
Looking at the next page, page 9. Later that day, at about 2:09 in the afternoon, Did you send this text message to Monica?
Yes.
That they're going to try to get you at the Aria Sky Suites?
Yes, and then I was going to try to get her confirmation number.
Okay. When you say they, were you referring to your points of contact at the hotel?
Yes, Mindy and Teresa.
Okay. And then, subsequent to that, the defendant sent you a text message that included a photograph.
Yeah, that looks like her credit card.
Okay. Looking at page 10 of Exhibit 199. At about 8:45 at night, did you send this text to Monica saying, "Hi Monica, so we got you in a suite at the Vidara. Mindy will send a confirmation number tomorrow"?
Yeah, and then let her know she didn't need a credit card until she checked in.
And then in response, the defendant sent you back a text saying, "Great, thank you. Do you know the nightly rate?"
Yes.
Looking at page 11, the nightly rate of $99. Is that the typical rate one would get at the Vidara Sky Suites?
No.
This is your rate given the business that you do there, correct?
Right. Right.
Through through Wella,
Correct.
or was doing there at the time.
Was at Wella, yes.
Okay. And then, did you send a message to Monica with respect to what Mindy at the Aria said with response to the reservation you were setting up for her?
Correct. Yeah, that's what Mindy sent to me, and that's what I forwarded to Monica.
Okay. And then you said, "You are welcome, have fun, see you next week."
Yes.
And then you got from Mindy, Monica Sementilli's confirmation number for March 23rd arrival.
Correct.
And you sent that to Monica?
Yes.
Now, in April of 2017, did you once again receive a text from the defendant?
Yes.
Showing you page 14 of Exhibit 199. Looking at the date of April 15th of 2017 at 12:52 in the afternoon, the defendant sent you a text saying, "Just found this. We both won Naha that night," and with a picture. Do you know what that picture was?
Yeah, that's a picture of Monica and Fabio winning Naha. So that's a hairdressing competition.
Okay. And then later on that same date, after the picture of the defendant with Fabio at 1:22 in the afternoon, did you also receive a text from the defendant saying that she was going to be going back to Vegas between May 3rd and the 5th and asking you if it was possible to get, again, a 2-bedroom suite or 2 separate suites?
Yes.
And then did you respond saying that you would reach out the next day and let her know?
Correct.
Following day, on April 18th of 2017, did you receive a text from Monica asking you if you had had any luck in booking her in a 2-bedroom suite in Vegas?
Yes.
And then did you respond that Teresa, one of your contacts in Las Vegas, is working on it?
Yes.
On the following page of Exhibit 199, page 17, did you receive this message from Mindy saying that they have a suite at the Vidara, 600 night, comp one night, 199 the other?
Yes, that was from Mindy.
And then did you forward that on to the defendant?
I believe so.
Okay. And looking at a message from her a few moments later, is this for two bedroom? What is total for 290 for 2 nights? 199? Question mark, sold! Exclamation points.
Yes, because they were going to comp that first night, so it would have just been the 199 for the two.
Okay. And then down below, did you respond, yes, 2-bedroom suite, 199 plus resort fees on April 21st of 2017 with respect to her request to see if you could get her a discounted suite in Vegas in May?
Yes.
And then on the following page of Exhibit 199, which would be page 18 at the top, did you receive this response from the defendant saying that she would take it?
Yes.
And then did you send her a message after that, asking whether she was driving or flying, and if she was flying, you were going to send the flight number?
Correct, because they would have arranged a car pickup from the airport.
Also?
Yes.
For free, included?
Included.
And looking at the defendant's response, did she indicate she was going to book a flight that night?
Yes.
The following day, actually a couple days later, on April 23rd of 2017, at approximately 6:13 at night, she sent you a message saying my arrival with a flight or a photograph of her flight, correct?
Flight itinerary, yes.
Your Honor, I have that photograph, maybe marked as the people's next in order. Is that 200?
It is.
Thank you. Showing you People's 200. Is this the photograph that she texted to you of her flight information?
I believe so.
Pretty grainy. Can you see from that it looks to be flight information, LAX to Las Vegas?
I can't see from that image there, but from the one you just showed.
Yeah. Looks the same. 200.
Mm-hmm.
For Wednesday, May 3rd of 2017, correct?
Correct.
And then you asked her which airline, and she told you on April 24th, 2017, American Air.
Correct.
Showing you page 20 of your text string. Did you send this message on May 20th, 2017, approximately 11:50 in the morning? Hi, Monica. Hope everything's going well and that you had a fun time in Las Vegas.
Yes.
After the Wella Memorial, which took place on May 22nd of 2017, did you go to the Sementilli home to meet with the defendant regarding a Trend Vision show that you were going to be putting on in July of 2017?
Yes, I did. I went with my colleague, Carol.
Carol Protat?
Carol Prota, yes.
And what was the purpose in going to the home to meet with the defendant regarding this show after Fabio's death?
So all year after Fabio's death, we had been kind of doing tributes and memorials at all the shows that we were producing. This one, particularly the North American Trend Vision Awards, we went over there to talk about her participation and how we wanted to honor Fabio at this event. So that's what that conversation and the visit was all about.
Okay, so you went over there to talk to her about her participation in the show you were producing?
Correct.
Okay. And when you got to the house, did the defendant tell you that she had just purchased a new vehicle?
She did. She was really excited. She was excited to show the car to Carol and I, and said, "You would have been so proud of me, so proud of me. I did an Academy Award winning performance so that I could get a good deal on the car."
Did she tell you that she was a great actress?
Great actress. I really remember the Academy Award winning performance.
Did she tell you that she bragged about using Fabio's death in order to get the good deal?
I love it.
Yes, she said that she played, the grieving widow, so the advantage of getting a great deal on the car.
And then at that point, did she actually show you the vehicle?
She did. She took us out to the garage, and I remember specifically there was lights that shined down from when you opened the door. It had the Mustang logo, and it was just, I remember that specifically.
And when she was talking to you about the great deal that she got on this new Mustang, did she tell you that she traded in Fabio's truck to get the car?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I believe so.
And at that point, did she tell you that she was going to be traveling in the next couple of days to Myrtle Beach?
She did. I remember her saying that, she was going to Myrtle Beach to walk the golf course because it was one of the things on Fabio's bucket list, and she didn't play golf, but she was going to, honor his memory by doing that.
And did you ask her about whether or not she was planning on moving back to Toronto?
I did. I think in different conversations we had, I asked because I know that obviously she was from there, the girls, and she just said she didn't know. Things were taking longer than she had planned or expected, or she just kind of seemed frustrated at the process of trying to figure out, what had happened to Fabio.
Okay. I have nothing further.
Russ.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Gby.
Hello.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. You testified about helping Monica get some really cheap hotel rooms in Las Vegas, right?
Correct.
The rates the prosecutor went over with you, one of them was $99 for one night.
Correct.
And I think you had already testified these rates were extremely cheap and different from what the rates would normally be.
Correct.
And on the People's Exhibit 199, the first time that Monica had reached out to you, you were happy to help her getting a discounted hotel room, right?
Yes.
And you had texted Monica, hope you have a good time while you're away, right?
Yes.
You did that for both of the trips, that hope she had a good time and have fun.
Yes.
How many times did you see Monica between January 23rd and June of 2017?
Maybe 3 or 4 times. I mean, including the night of the wake, or just like on personal like visits to the.
Including the night of the wake.
I know we went over a couple of days afterwards, as I mentioned. We went over with some colleagues from work. It's right after it happened. I was there at the wake, and then I know we went over another time just on a visit. My husband and I had been out riding, and we brought wine over from Santa Barbara. I believe Carol might have been over there, or maybe Mark. It was just a friendly visit. And then the next time I can remember was when Carol and I went over in May to discuss her participation for NATVA.
Okay, so you saw Monica a total of 4 times between January 23rd and June 14th, the day that of the arrest. Is that right?
From what I can recall, yes, I believe that's correct.
Okay, and on only one of those occasions did Monica, on the last occasion, I believe you testified that Monica expressed frustration with the status of the LAPD investigation. Is that right?
I'm going to say that wasn't the last one. I'm going to say maybe the 3rd time. That's when she was kind of starting to seem frustrated. The last time we went over, it seemed like she had a very different demeanor. I mean, she was super excited about the car and just kind of, moving on, I guess, doing these things for Fabio. But I didn't get any sense of frustration from her in that last visit.
With respect to the Mustang, that day that you went over to Monica's house and she was telling you about the Mustang, she was really bragging about she had negotiated a really good deal on this car, right?
That's correct.
And who doesn't love a good deal on a car, right?
Well, I'm going to check. It's irrelevant, argumentative.
Sustained.
You previously testified that, am I correct that you previously testified you reached out to Monica between January 23rd and June 14th, and Monica was busy?
I mean, I reached out, after January 23rd. Understanding a grieving widow, she's got a lot of things going on. So I didn't want to be intrusive, but I just wanted her to know, hey, we're thinking about you. But yeah, I don't really think it was all the way up until June. I think after the hotel rooms, that's kind of really the conversation we had.
Well, between January and June, in the text message communication with Monica, she actually invited you over a number of times.
No, I think there was maybe once or twice. She didn't invite over multiple times. I think there just a couple times. You look back at the text, but we weren't that super close. I mean, obviously we knew them because of Fabio, but I'm sure there were other people in her circle of friends who were way closer that she would have loved to have at her house besides me.
But Monica did invite you over a couple of times, is that right?
I think once or twice.
And on both of those occasions, you were actually the one who was busy and couldn't make it on the night she invited you over, right?
I'm not sure.
I may have a moment, Your Honor. People's Exhibit 199. And directing you to this blue message right here, March 20, 2021. You can see that?
March 20th of 2017?
Excuse me, 2017. One moment. Your Honor, I have a one-page text message communication string between Ms. Sementilli and Melanie Gby, if it can be marked as the defense's next.
That'd be 619. Is this a duplicate of the People's?
I am not seeing it in this 20-page.
All right.
I'm not seeing it in People's Exhibit 199.
All right.
Directing you to this green bubble, March 20th, 2017 at 12:19. Is that a text message from Monica to yourself? That's 702 phone number.
That's correct.
And she asks, have you heard back yet? If not, no worries. How about you guys swing by tonight?
I guess, yes.
And in response,
So that's the response that's in the other one you just showed me.
and at the end of this is, can't do tonight, what about Wednesday?
Correct. That was the one that was just in the one you just showed me.
And that was one of the occasions in which Monica invited you over, but you were unavailable.
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything further by the people?
When you were happy to help her booking rooms in Las Vegas, you didn't know, she didn't tell you she was going with her lover, correct?
Objection, argumentative, cumulative, relevant.
To stand on the second ground.
With respect to the message the defense just showed you, it's the same one I showed you, correct?
Yeah.
Looking at Exhibit 199 at the bottom, top of page 8.
Correct. My response is the same. Monica's text there just looks like there might have been something missing on the bottom. I don't know, but it looks like it's the same.
I have nothing further.
Anything further? Thank you, Ms. Gby. You're excused.
Thank you.
May I call your next witness?
Thank you. People call Sheila Salehian.
Face to you, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly state the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Wait, stand. And for the record, say and spell your first and last name, please.
Sheila Salehian, Sheila Salehian.
Proceed, please.
Thank you. Ma'am, do you know the defendant, Monica Sementilli?
Yes, I do.
she look much different than how she looked when you knew her back in 2016 and 2017?
Objection relevant.
Sustained.
She does. She looks a little bit older.
Did you also know somebody by the name of Robert Baker?
Yes, I did.
Showing you People's 57. Do you recognize the person in these photos?
I do. That's Robert Baker.
And do those appear to be photographs that were taken at the gym that you were going to back in 2017?
Correct.
Which gym was that?
LF Fitness in Woodland Hills.
They're going to ask you to speak a little closer to the microphone so go loud. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
When you, back in 2016, let's start with 2016. Back in 2016, did you already know Robert Baker from the gym?
Yes, I did. I think I met him in summer of 2014.
Okay. So you had already known him for a couple years.
Correct.
And did you meet him at the gym?
Yes, I did.
And did you play in a racquetball league at LA Fitness?
Yes, I did.
And was Baker the racquetball league coordinator?
Yes, he was.
You could try,
And
yeah.
when you played, did you play a certain night of the week in that league?
Try just beef, see what he does.
I think it was Thursday night when I played. Yes.
And when you played in that league, did you also play with the defendant?
Yes, I did.
Showing you what's been marked previously as People 71, there is a 3 in the lower left-hand corner. Do you recognize yourself and your husband in the left side to the left of this picture? You're in a yellow, it's like a yellow tank top, drinking some water.
Yes, I do.
Is this your husband, Ricardo, next to you?
Yes, that's right.
And do you recognize the 3 individuals in the photograph next to you?
I do.
Okay, who are those individuals?
Elise, Faye, and Monica.
Were they also, Elise and Faye, women that played in the racquetball league on Thursday nights with you?
Yes, they were part of the racquetball league.
In early 2016, did you and Ricardo begin going out with the defendant and Robert Baker as a couple?
Yes, we did.
And at the time, did you know that the defendant was married?
Yes, Rob had mentioned that Monica was married.
So rule.
When Rob mentioned to you that Monica was married, had he mentioned that to you in front of Monica?
He mentioned that, I believe, before we met Monica, and also mention of that when we were out to dinner. Yes, I believe so.
So rule.
And when you and Ricardo would go out with the defendant and Baker, was it clear to you that they were a couple?
Absolutely.
What did you observe when you say absolutely that indicated that to you?
They were very affectionate towards each other, holding hands, and we basically going out together to dinner. So that's definitely showed that they were a couple.
Did the defendant ever mention in all of the occasions when you guys would go out as couples, her husband?
Objection meeting.
So rule.
I don't remember her mentioning. I don't think she did.
Did you ever meet her husband, Fabio?
I did not.
After his murder, did she ever mention him then?
Never.
Did she ever bring up during all of the times that the two couples, you and Ricardo and she and Baker, would get together, did she ever mention her daughters?
I don't think she did. No.
When you said affectionate, would they touch each other?
Touching, kissing, very close to each other. Yeah, holding hands.
What are some of the places that you double dated that you would go out to?
I hear it. So,
We went to a few different restaurants. It was a sushi bar that we used to hang out at because they closed late. So after the gym, we would go there. It was called Chocho-san. I was in Tarzana. We also went to, I believe, Delmonico's.
Steak and lobster place?
Yes. And Cravings,
Okay.
the steakhouse.
So did you go out for sushi several times to Chocho-san?
We did.
Cravings several times?
I don't remember several times, but I think at least one time.
And did the defendant and Robert Baker come to your dad's home for a barbecue and party March 14th of 2017 after the murder of her husband?
Yes, they did.
Now I want to ask you about Monday, January 23rd of 2017, the night that Monica's husband was murdered. Did you go to the LA Fitness gym in Canoga Park that night?
Yes.
Did you take like yoga classes on Monday nights?
Yes, I did take yoga class.
And was that also night?
Yes. Yes. That was when I believe the upper level racquetball players were playing.
Like your husband, Ricardo?
Yes, Ricardo was playing then.
Okay. And was Rob there that night?
No.
Was that unusual? Was
Yes.
he usually there on the nights the league played?
Yeah, he was usually there, but somebody else was taking over or taking
That night?
over. Yes,
Bob Bagley?
I believe so.
And did you hear anything that night, on the night of January 23rd of 2017, about Monica's husband being murdered?
I did not.
Did you hear anything on that evening while you were there at the gym about any type of racquetball accident or injury that had occurred on the courts that day?
On Monday? No.
Yeah. On Thursday of that week, January 26th, did you go again to your racquetball league night?
Yes, I did.
And did you typically go with Ricardo on his night since you were taking other classes, and did he usually go with you on yours?
Yes, we're almost at the gym every night, so we're
Okay.
playing a lot.
And when you were there that night on Thursday, January 26th, did you see Robert Baker there that night?
Yes, he was there.
Okay. Was that the first time you had seen him that week? I know you
Yes.
said you go almost every night, or you went almost every night. Did you
Uh-huh.
see him that night?
Yes, I did see him.
Was that the first time you had seen him that week?
I believe so.
And did he tell you about the fact that Monica's husband had been murdered?
He did. He volunteered the information and told us that Monica's husband got murdered. Apparently, a robbery gone wrong, and that's what happened.
That's how he described it?
Yes.
Okay. And did you notice anything that night that you spoke to your husband and other people at the gym about?
Yes, I noticed a cut on his index finger.
On that Thursday night, did he have that injury bandaged in any manner?
It was not bandaged, it was open.
Okay. The next time that you saw him after that Thursday night, did he have that injury bandaged?
Yes.
Did you ask him what happened?
I did ask him what happened that Thursday, and he said he had an accident with, he hit the door or something. So that's
He
what
said something about hitting his finger in a door.
hitting the door.
Did he ever say anything about injuring himself in a racquetball accident?
No, he didn't.
Overruled.
Did he ever say anything about being hit with a racket?
No.
That night, did he ask you and Ricardo to go with him somewhere?
Yes. He asked us to go to Monica's house to see her.
Had you
Consult
ever
her.
been to Monica's home before that night?
No.
Had you ever gone over there with other women from the gym, such as Elise and Faye?
No, I did not.
Had you ever gone out drinking with Monica and gotten so drunk that you had to sleep over at the house?
It's overruled.
No, I did not.
So this was the first time that you had ever been to the house, was that night?
Yes, that was the only time.
The only time.
The only time.
And so did you and Ricardo follow Rob to the home that night?
Yes, we did.
Did anybody else go with you? Or with Rob?
Rob went with somebody named Matt. They carpooled, and Ricardo and I went together.
Okay. Matt Nurse?
I'm not sure of his last name, but he was a trainer at the gym, and also played racquetball, I think.
I have a photograph of Matt Nurse, maybe marked as People's 201.
Very good.
Showing you Exhibit 201. Do you recognize this individual?
Yes, that's Matt.
He was a trainer, you said, at LA Fitness?
Correct.
That night when you got to the home, did you see Monica there?
Yes, she was there.
And did you and Ricardo pay your respects at that point?
Yes, we did.
And at some point, was there like a spread of food and things like that laid out?
There was a spread of food inside, and Fabio's chair outside in the patio, the backyard, and some items of his.
On the chair?
On or around the chair, I'm not sure.
Like a shrine had been set up?
Sure.
Who showed you that? Or did you just see it yourself when you went out?
We saw it, but I'm not sure who showed us
Okay.
that. But yeah.
Okay. And did you and Ricardo get something to eat while you were in the house?
I don't remember eating, but there was food. I'm not sure
At some
if I
point in
ate.
time, while you were inside the home, did you see the defendant, Monica, and Baker go outside to speak privately?
Yes. At some point, I saw them outside. The patio door was closed, and I believe they were the only people outside speaking.
So they were alone speaking privately?
Yes.
At some point in time, did Rob and Matt leave the home?
They did.
And before you left, did you have an opportunity to speak with Monica?
Yes, I believe that I hugged her, and I'm not sure what I told her, but maybe I said something.
At the point, this time was.
Yeah.
I said, let me know if you need something.
There's no question pending right now.
So, did she say anything to you before you left?
Yes, she said, take care of Rob.
So, that was that Thursday night on January 26th.
Correct.
Now, after that night, well, let me ask you, before that night, was Monica regularly at the gym for racquetball league nights and working out and things like that, like you would go?
I'm not sure how often, but I did see her at least once or twice a week.
And what about Rob?
Rob was there often, all the time.
What about after the murder? Did the two of them stop coming to the gym at that point?
Yes, they did.
And not only did Rob Baker quit the league, did somebody else take over, stop going to the gym, but take over the league?
I don't remember who took over, but yet somebody did take over.
Okay. And at some point, did he tell you that he got a job elsewhere and that he was leaving?
Yes, he did say that he got a job in either New York or Vegas. And yes, he was leaving the league or leaving LA.
Now, prior to the murder, had you ever been to Rob's apartment?
Yes.
And what was your purpose for going to his apartment?
I think the first time he was giving me racquetball lessons, so he asked me to make some kind of dish for him. So I went there to deliver it to him or something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but that's when I went. And one other time, I believe I went to pick him up. His car was broken down, or he needed a ride to the gym.
Okay. So had you been to that apartment a couple of times?
Yes.
When you went to the apartment, did you park in the underground garage area?
Yes.
And did he show you where to park?
Yes.
And did he point out to you his vehicles?
Yes. Maybe I parked behind one of his vehicles, if I remember.
And do you recall what vehicles he had at the time?
He had inside the garage. He had a red Mustang, I believe, and a motorcycle.
And did you also know him to drive some type of an SUV?
Yes, a black SUV. I believe was a Escalade, Ford Escalade.
Could it have been an Expedition?
Oh, yes, maybe.
Some type of Ford SUV? Black?
Yes, black, big SUV. Yes.
Your Honor, I have a photograph of the exterior of 6817 of Independence, maybe marked as People's 202.
Very good.
Thank you. Showing you Exhibit 202. Do you recognize this location?
Yes, that's Rob's apartment.
Now, after the murder, during the beginning of February 6th to the 8th of 2017, did Rob Baker ask if he could stay with you and Ricardo for a couple days?
Yes, he did.
Did you have like an extra bedroom or something like that he stayed in?
We had extra bedrooms.
And what vehicle did he drive to your home?
He had the Ford Expedition at that time.
And did he tell you why he needed a place to stay for several days?
He said he gave up his apartment because he was going to New York for a new job, and he didn't have a place to stay, so he asked us to have him stay with us for a couple of days.
At some point in time while he was staying with you and Ricardo during February 6th to February 8th, did he ask you to call Monica for a particular reason?
Yes, he asked me to call Monica and ask her to go out with us.
In order to get her out of the house?
Sure.
And did you do that?
I think I did, yes.
And at that point, did your husband, Ricardo, get angry with Baker for involving you in anything to do with Monica?
Oral.
Yes, he got mad.
And after that, did Baker leave the house, pack up his stuff, and leave?
Yeah, I believe they had a conversation. He had a conversation with him, and
With your husband?
Ricardo had a conversation with him, and I believe he said that you should involve Sheila.
At some point after Baker asked you to call Monica, did he then move out of the house? Left your home?
Yes.
Okay.
He did.
Did you go out with Monica on the date of Wednesday, February 8th of 2017, the night she returned from Canada? Two of you alone?
No, we never hung out alone. The only time we hung out was with Robert and Ricardo.
Did you ever go out to karaoke with her?
No, I did not.
After that time, did you and Ricardo stop socializing with Rob and Monica for a while?
After February?
Yes, the beginning of February.
Yes, we did. We did stop a little bit, and we're a little bit cautious. But after a few months, we realized that they have not been arrested. So we assumed that they were innocent.
So after a few months, did you and Ricardo begin hanging out with Monica and Rob again?
We did.
And at that point, did the two of them then come back to the gym again?
I don't recall.
At some point in time, after you and Ricardo began hanging out with Rob and Monica again, did the four of you discuss going away to Las Vegas together?
Yes, we discussed going to Vegas. Ricardo and I were planning to go on our own, and we realized that they were going also for Rob's birthday in May, so we decided to go together.
You and Ricardo were going because you guys were going to a concert there, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a set of photographs from Delmonico's dated March 12th of 2016 May they be marked collectively as Peoples 203, please?
Yes.
Showing you Exhibit 203, there's a 1 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, that's Robert and Monica.
And was this one of the nights that you went out with them, double dated to Delmonico's?
I believe so.
You've seen these photographs before, correct?
Yes, I have.
And showing you People's 203, page 2. Again, is this another photograph taken on your one of your dinner nights at Delmonico's?
Correct.
And again, showing you People's 203, there's a 3 in the lower left corner, same date, March 12th of 2016. These appear to be, again, photographs taken the night that the two couples went out together for lobster.
Correct.
Showing you People's 203, page 4. Again, is this to the inside booth area? Is that a photograph of you and Ricardo?
Yes, it is.
And we see you in the upper right photograph, a portion of you, correct, with the side view of the defendant?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a set of text messages along with several photographs. If I could have this collectively marked, please, as People's 204.
Yes.
Thank you. And, Your Honor, for the record, the text messages along with 4 pages of photographs are 31 pages in total. Celebrate report being 27, and then 4 slides. Showing you the top of page 1, where it says Sheila racquetball. Is this a message that you sent on February 5th of 2017 at 8:46 at night to Monica?
Yes, that's my phone number.
Extending your condolences and
Sure.
prayers?
Yes, that's me.
Showing you page 3 of Exhibit 204 from April 16th of 2017. Did you send a message to Monica saying, "How are you, hon? Did you book the rooms? If yes, please give me the dates."
Yes.
And does that relate to the trip to Las Vegas that you told us about?
Correct. That's released.
And then did the defendant text you back that same day, April 16th, 2017, saying she's leaving Toronto, home tonight, she'll talk to her connection tomorrow, and the dates are May 3rd through the 5th?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
On page 4, same date, April 16th, did she mention to you that it will be a good birthday for Robert?
Yes.
That would be Robert Baker?
Correct.
And did she also text you that same date on April 16th that she wants to surprise Robert with a fun, crazy birthday on April 21st,
Yes.
a few days later.
Okay. Yes.
And then sent you another text basically asking you to keep it quiet.
Yes.
Subsequent to that, did you text her, cool, what day, in Vegas or here? And then she responded, Vegas, but his birthday is Tuesday, so maybe we'll have a dinner all together. Again, still on April 21st, that same date.
Okay. Yes.
And then did you text her, let me know if you want to share some costs on the rooms?
Yes, I did.
Did she tell you that she was going to get rooms or a suite or something for all of you to stay together, the four of you?
She was gonna get a suite for all of us.
And then did she text you back, no, we got it, no worries, happy to do it, I'm so excited.
Yes.
So she told you that she was going to pay for the rooms.
Stay.
Did the defendant indicate to you in her text, when you asked, let me know if you want to share costs on the rooms, that she had it? No worries. Happy to do
She
it.
had it covered.
It's overruled.
Is that what she told you?
Yes. That was a that was what we agreed on.
Subsequently, on that same day, did she send you pictures of the suite, a two-bedroom penthouse at the Badara?
Yes, she did.
And then did she send a message to you again on April 21st at about 4:30 in the afternoon saying, this is our room?
Yes.
And then did you text her back, is there a bed?
It's overruled.
I guess.
And did she say 2 bedrooms?
Yes.
So one for each couple, one for you and Ricardo, one for her and Rob.
Correct.
Was that what the plan was?
Yes.
On April 25th, did the defendant send this text to you at about 1:50 in the afternoon? Did you talk to Ricardo? I planned both evenings, great dinners and clubs. Just want the make sure you guys are up for that. Lots of drinking and dancing, LOL.
Yes, that's the text I received. Yes.
What's LOL mean?
Lots of laughter.
Laugh out
Laughing out
loud?
loud. Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then did you respond, hi Monica, sorry I was tied up. We'd rather see a show instead of your last suggestion, that being the drinking and dancing?
I believe so. Yes.
You have to speak a little louder because you're being confused.
And then did you say that everything else sounds great?
Yes.
Bless you. At some point after that, did you and Ricardo meet up with the defendant and Rob for dinner to talk about your trip? at your sushi place?
Yes.
Looking at a text on April 25th, 2017 at 9:12 at night. We are almost there. Is this a message Monica sent to you?
Yes, I believe she sent this before she got to they got to the sushi bar.
Okay. And then did you respond by saying at 9:13, Ricky is still playing? Does that mean racquetball?
Yes, playing racquetball.
You said this was the sushi place that stays open late. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then did Monica text you back at 9:14 saying, okay, we're having oysters. We'll see you when you, I guess when you get there?
Yes.
And then did she send you a picture of Robert eating oysters?
I believe she did.
Showing you one of those photos, or that photograph that we see here, from People's 204. Is this the picture she sent you?
Yes.
Does that look like the sushi bar, Chocho-san, that you and Ricardo would meet her and make her at to eat sushi or oysters?
Yeah, that's Joshua-san.
Showing you a text from May 3rd at just before 7 o'clock in the morning. Did you receive this text from the defendant asking if you guys were on the road?
Yes.
Did you guys drive or fly to Las Vegas?
Ricky and I drove, and they flew to Vegas.
And did you respond in a few minutes?
Yes.
Page 13, People's 204, did the defendant respond to a text you sent, are you guys there, saying, boarding a plane in a few, landing at 9:10?
Yes.
And this is at 7:22 in the morning on May 3rd.
Correct.
And then did you respond saying, okay, see you guys soon?
Yes.
A little while later that day, just before 10 a.m., did the defendant send you the room number for the suite, the two-bedroom sky suite?
Yes.
Later that day, did the defendant send you a text message saying Cabana time, exclamation point, with a photograph?
Yes.
Showing you one of the photographs attached to 204. Is this the photograph that the defendant sent you?
I believe so.
Do you recognize the two individuals here?
Yes, I do.
And who's the person on the right?
That's Robert Baker.
And what about the individual wearing the sandals, the t-shirt, and the shorts with the glasses?
His name is Al.
Al Birdsong?
Don't know his last name.
I'm sorry?
I don't remember his last name.
Okay, you just knew him as Al?
Yes.
In terms of the photograph the defendant sent you of the suite, again showing you one of the pages from People's 204, is this a photograph of the living room area of that suite?
Looks like it.
after sending you the text regarding the cabana, you sent back a response, correct? Saying, tell Robert he needs a tan.
Yes.
No, this is irrelevant.
I want to stand on the first ground.
Okay.
Why are you looking at other matters? Let's stand up first.
And subsequently, did the defendant send you this picture that we see here, last page, People's 204?
Yes.
And did the defendant and you continue to text each other during that trip, along with you sending her various photographs that were taken during that time in Las Vegas?
Yes.
When you met up with Monica and Rob in Las Vegas, did you guys go out for dinner one of the nights for Robert's birthday?
Yes, we did go out to dinner.
And do you recall where you went?
Where did we go?
Yeah, do you remember?
It was a restaurant called Marrakesh.
And both nights that you were there, did you also go after dinner to a particular bar area?
Yes, we went to the Ghost Bar.
Is that at the Palms Hotel?
I believe so, yes.
You want to have a set of 8 photographs from May 3rd to May 5th. May they be marked collectively as Exhibit 205.
Yes.
People's 205, in the bottom left corner, there's a number 34. Do you recognize the individuals you see here in this photo?
I do.
And is this you and Ricardo here?
Yes.
And would this be Monica and Rob?
Yes.
And did you meet these 2 individuals? Did they have
Yes.
dinner with you there that night at Marrakesh?
Ron and Michelle, yes.
Were they people that were introduced to you by Rob as friends from Vegas?
Yes.
And this person back here, do you recognize that individual?
That's Al.
Showing you page 35 of People's 205. It only has 8 pictures or 8 pages, but there's a 35 in the bottom corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, that's Robert. And
was-
that's,
At Marrakesh.
yes, Marrakesh. Yes.
And there was a belly dancer and a cake.
Birthday cake and a belly dancer, yes.
Okay. Showing you what has a 36 in the lower left corner of People's 205 from May 5th. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, I believe that's the bar, the ghost bar.
Is that where you and Ricardo and Monica and Baker went after dinner on the night of May 5th?
Yes.
Showing you People's 205 with a 37 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, it might have been another night, different night, because we were in different outfits.
Also at the Ghost Bar?
This is ghost bar, yes.
And this is you and Ricardo and Monica and Baker?
Yes.
Showing you page 38.
It's overruled.
Are these also photographs that were taken at the Ghost Bar?
The ghost bar, yes.
And is this you
That's me.
in the photographs?
Correct.
And your husband Ricardo?
Yes.
Page 39. Same thing, photographs taken at the Ghost Bar.
Same thing.
And page 40. Is
Yes.
this you?
That's me.
And page 41.
Yes, that's ghost bar also.
Is this you
That's me, yes. Dancing.
dancing with the defendant?
Yes.
And then a photograph of you and Ricardo, Monica and Baker.
Yes.
And she appears to be grabbing his crotch in the photo.
Overruled.
Yes, she is.
At any point in time during the weekend that you were there, did Monica ever talk about or mention her husband that had been murdered?
No.
Did the defendant and Robert Baker talk about the fact that they were planning their future together?
Yes, they were. I'm not sure if it was in Vegas, but at several occasions they were talking about, mostly Robert was talking about having a future with Monica.
And when he would talk about that, would he do that in front of her? When
Yes,
the four of you
he
would go
did.
out for dinner?
He did that, yes, in front of her.
At any point, did the defendant dispute that fact or say no?
She did not.
These conversations where they would talk about their future together, did that occur both before Fabio was murdered as well as after?
I vividly remember the ones before.
So what you remember is them having conversations with you and Ricardo about their plans before Fabio was murdered.
Yes, I did.
Had nothing further.
Let's take our afternoon recess for 15 minutes. The evidence apply. Be back in 15 minutes.
All right, so I just went outside and looked up, and I could see Venus is about 15 degrees up on the horizon. Straight up above is Jupiter, and then over a little bit is Mars. So if you guys want to go check it out, so right now, okay, so Saturn's a little bit too low for me to see, but Venus is bright as all get out. Jupiter is straight up for us right now, straight up, and then you can see Mars a little bit over. So go check it out if you guys want to go see this celestial alignment. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get back to this this testimony. This is Sheila Salehian. She was a gym connection, if you will. Let's see. She knew Baker and Monica from LA Fitness. They played racquetball in the same league. She went with her husband to Monica's for the backyard memorial. She saw Baker and Monica go outside and speak privately. And then from February 6th through the 8th, Baker asked if he could stay with her and her husband because he gave up his apartment because he was going to New York for a new job, so he wanted to stay there for a few days. He said, hey, call Monica so we can go out all together. Then they said they stopped socializing with Baker and Monica for a few months because and then once they realized they weren't going to get arrested, they thought it was safe to go back to hanging out with them. They talked about going to Las Vegas, which they did eventually. Then there's this photo taken at Delmonico's of Baker and Monica, doing what they've done. We've seen these photos before. Then there's the photo from the Marrakesh restaurant. They never talked. Monica never talked about Fabio. She never once talked about Fabio. It was all about Baker. And then Baker talked about the future in front of everybody. So let's zoom. We're almost done here. And we will be streaming days 18 and 19 over the weekend, just so you guys know.
Need me to clarify something?
The defendant. Back on the record, Fabio Sementilli, the defendant is present, all counsel present, jury, and also present. Ms. Salehian, you are still under oath. Mr. Babbitt, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Salehian.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just let me know if you don't understand anything I say or if you need me to clarify something.
Okay.
You testified earlier and were shown Exhibit 204 by the people, the text messages. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And just want to point out, there's a text message which you sent initially, correct, on February 6, 2017, giving your condolences to Monica.
Correct.
And then she responds saying, thank you so much, we're still in Toronto. You went over this with the prosecutor, correct, previously?
We did.
And then you also then send a message on 2/14/2017. Sorry. Do you see that message?
Yes, I did.
And what is that message?
That's a Valentine's Day message.
And you sent that to Monica first, correct?
Correct.
And then Monica responded on February 14th saying, thank you, happy Valentine's Day, correct?
Correct.
You testified earlier that Robert Baker stayed at your place from February 6th to February 8th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then you said after the fact that you guys essentially stopped talking for a little bit with Monica and Robert, correct?
Yes.
That message you sent on Valentine's Day was after Robert Baker had left your place. Isn't that true?
That's correct.
Also, you testified that you went with Rob, your husband, and I believe Matt, to Monica's house that one night.
Yes.
And what time did you arrive, if you remember?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was dark.
It was dark, and when you arrived, there were already a lot of people there, correct?
Correct.
And they were all outside in the patio, and some were inside, correct?
Correct.
And were you the last one to leave that night?
No.
So you testified earlier that you saw Monica and Rob outside by themselves, but weren't there other people also outside at that time?
I remember them. I only remember them talking. I believe everybody else was inside.
So no one was outside, not the caterers, because there was food there, correct?
There's food inside, yes.
There wasn't food outside?
No,
There was no taco set up outside?
I don't remember that.
Weren't there a lot of people hanging out by Fabio's shrine throughout the night?
Yes.
But for that specific time, you don't remember anyone else being outside when Robert and Monica went outside?
Correct. I only remember them two talking, yes.
Could there have been other people outside at that time?
Could have been, but they would have been very far from them. Would not been able to understand the conversation.
Well, you didn't understand that. You couldn't hear the conversation either, correct?
No, I couldn't.
Also, you remember testifying earlier that Monica brought up that she and Rob had a future together back in 2016, correct?
Yes.
That you had conversations with her and Robert together about their future together?
It wasn't very specific, but they were talking about, mostly Rob talking about Monica leaving the husband and being together in the future.
You said mostly Rob. Wasn't it only Rob who said those kinds of things to you?
I'm remembering mostly him. Monica was more quiet when we went outside, when we went out to dinners. Most of the conversation was done by Robert. But she went along with it, and she did not say anything to the opposite.
Did you ask her?
No, I did not.
Do you remember testifying at a grand jury back in August of 2017?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. And when you testified at the grand jury, do you remember being or saying that Monica never talked about their relationships with me?
Their relationships, meaning her and Robert?
Yes.
Nothing detailed was spoken, but general stuff like we love each other or we want to be together, something like that.
Didn't you also testify at the grand jury that the only one who did speak about their relationships was Rob?
It was mostly Rob, yes.
Sid, as you sit here today, can you think of any specific example where Monica brought something up to you, or was it only Rob that you can remember today?
It was mostly Rob. That's what I remember. But she was there. I remember at least once that she said we were planning to be together in the future.
You remember that?
Yes.
So, was it true when you testified at the grand jury that only Rob was the one who talked about their relationship?
I meant talking about the details of the relationship, yes.
So Monica never brought up the details of their relationship to you?
What do you mean by details?
Their future together, details like that. It was Rob who steered that conversation with you, correct?
Mostly.
You and Rob had a longer history than you did with Monica, right?
Correct.
You were closer friends with Robert than you were with Monica?
Yes.
And you, was that the first message we saw, the first message you ever texted to Monica? Or
which
were you,
message?
The one on People's Exhibit 204, or did you guys have conversations prior to this via text message?
I don't remember having a conversation with her before that. If we did, was maybe about the racquetball league or something like that, but no.
So you and Monica weren't close friends specifically. Whenever you guys would hang out, it was with the boys as well, correct?
True.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything further by the people?
When you were asked at the grand jury about the details of the relationship, that was with respect to comments about their sex life. Right?
Exactly, yes.
a different thing than talking about their future, correct?
Yes, Rob was talking about a lot of sexual explicit things with Monica.
I have nothing further.
Anything further, Mr. Batters?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Salehian, would it refresh your memory if I showed you a transcript of the grand jury about specific lines regarding Monica's statements about their relationship?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Your testimony at the grand jury, would it refresh your recollection as to what you said about the specific conversation that Monica had?
That could help.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Which page, Counsel?
Page 317, lines 23.
Got it. Thank you.
Can you read to yourself lines 23 to 28, please, and let me know when you're done reading?
Did Monica?
No, read it to yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does that refresh your recollection that it was only Rob that talked about Monica and Rob's relationship with you?
Yes, that does.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
Anything further?
No, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You're excused. Let me call your next witness.
Thank you. People call Ron Ray.
raise your right hand. And do you solemnly state the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat to witness stand. And for the record, say and spell your first and last name, please.
My first name is Aniruddha, Aniruddha. I go by Ron, R-O-N. My last name is R-A-Y.
Thank you. Sir, did you and your wife travel to Los Angeles from the Nevada area?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know somebody named Robert Baker?
Yes, I do.
And when did you meet Rob Baker?
Probably January of 2012.
And at that point in time, where did you meet him?
We played racquetball together at Las Vegas Athletic Club, where I used to train and play racquetball.
And was Robert Baker living in Las Vegas at that point in time?
Yes.
And did the two of you become friendly and start playing racquetball together?
Yes. We probably spent anywhere from 4 to 6 hours every night playing racquetball. We lifted weights and also played basketball together.
Okay. During that period of time, did you meet Robert Baker's wife, who is living with in Las Vegas, then a woman by the name of Tracy?
Yes, I did.
The last time that you saw Robert Baker, do you recall when that was?
It was May of 2017, after Robert's birthday party we had in Marrakesh. And then we went to the strip club. I dropped them off, got them in.
Sustain.
We'll get into the details. So the last time you saw Robert Baker was in May of 2017 in Las Vegas.
Correct.
And did he come to Las Vegas with somebody?
Yes.
Who was that?
Monica, well, I have her in my phone as Monica Baker, but Monica Sementilli, I guess.
Did you ever know the name Sementilli?
No.
Okay. You knew her by Monica Baker.
Yeah.
Do you see her here in court today?
Yes.
Can you point her out for us?
She's sitting right there in the blue jacket.
Did you first hear about her from Robert Baker through a set of Facebook messages that he sent you in November of 2016?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a set of Facebook messages between this witness and Robert Baker. It is 14 pages in length. May it be marked as People's, is it 207?
206.
206. Thank you. In November of 2016, did you communicate with Robert Baker through Facebook?
Yes, I did.
Showing you the first page of People's 206. Is this a message that you sent to Robert Baker asking him if he was dating anybody or making any money with his league?
Yes, that was me.
And did he respond at the bottom? This is November 12th of 2016, that he's been with his girlfriend for about a year now.
Yes.
For a year.
Yes.
did you also ask him if he was living with her?
Yes, I did.
Did you also ask him to send you a picture of her?
Yes, I did.
And is this one of the pictures that Robert Baker sent to you of his girlfriend?
Yes.
Is that a photograph of the defendant who you subsequently
Yes.
talked about in May?
Yes, that's her.
And did he respond to you on November 12th of 2016 that they weren't living together yet, but that it was coming soon?
Yes, he did. And then we talked about it later as well.
Sustain.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Did he also send you through Facebook Messenger this photograph of him with the defendant?
Yes.
This is page 5 of People's 206. On page 6, did he also message to you again on November 12th of 2016 that she's grounded, smart, and loves my crazy ass?
Yes.
On page 7 of People's 206, did he also tell you that he and the defendant, or Monica Baker as you know her, are planning a vacay to Vegas soon?
Yes, he did.
And this again was in November of 2016, correct?
Correct.
On page 9 of People's 206, back on page first. Did the two of you continue talking about his relationship with his girlfriend?
Yes, we did.
And on page 9 of People's 206, did you say to him, well, you were a professional porn star and I lived the life of one?
Yes, I did.
And you asked him if she knows and he said it intrigues her.
That's correct.
On page 10 of these continuing Facebook messages, did you tell him she loves you for you and that's what matters?
Yes, I did.
And subsequent to that, the defendant respond, yes, she does. Cool with my crazy ass life. Plays R-ball too. What is R-ball?
Racquetball.
And then did you ask him how he met her?
Yes, I did.
And on page 12, did he indicate that he met her at his gym and that she was on him?
Yes, he did.
Trying to get at me and my dumb ass did even notice. LLOL.
He meant to say didn't even notice. Yeah.
And on the next page, page 13 of this exhibit, did you also ask if she makes money? And he responded, she's got a little money.
Yes.
And did you say to him, that's cool, it will stabilize you when you two move in?
Yes, I did.
On the following page, page 14, the last page of this exhibit, did Robert Baker tell you that he told his girlfriend about Tracy? That would be the wife, the ex-wife that you told us about?
Yes, that's correct.
And that his girlfriend told him to let it all go and that she will take care of all.
Yes.
Now, in February of 2017, did Robert Baker come to Las Vegas and meet up with you?
Yes, he did.
And did the two of you go out for sushi after playing racquetball?
No, we played basketball, and when we met up, we used to always make fun of each other, and he had a Band-Aid in his hand, and I said to him, are you going to...
One moment, sir. Sustain.
When you played basketball, did you notice anything about his hands?
Yes, he had a Band-Aid in his hand.
And did you make fun of him for having a bandage on his hand?
Yes, I said, are you going to miss all your shots tonight because of that? And he said, I'm still going to kick your butt.
Was that the typical banter between the two of you?
Yeah, we were always teasing each other, laughing, joking, yes.
And did he tell you who he was staying with when he came to Las Vegas at the beginning of, or sometime in February of 2017?
No, we didn't discuss.
Do you recall being interviewed by detectives who came to your home September 28th of 2017?
Yes, I do.
And did they speak with you and your wife at that point in time?
Yes, they did.
With respect to who Robert Baker was staying with, would it help to look at your transcript of that interview?
Sure.
48 and 114. Just read to yourself. Looking at page 48. Just read it to yourself.
Well, birdsong.
Again, to yourself. So that means silently. Did you see that? And now I'm going to turn it to page 114 and read this to yourself.
Okay.
Does that refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember who Robert Baker said he was staying with?
Al Birdsong?
Okay. Was that somebody that you subsequently met that last time that you saw Baker in Las Vegas with the defendant?
Yes, the first and only time I met him.
Okay. Thank you. When you played basketball and had dinner with Baker in February of 2017, did you talk about his girlfriend?
Yes, we did. I asked him...
I just want to know if you had a conversation on that date.
Yes.
Okay. And did you and Robert Baker meet up alone for dinner after playing basketball, or did your wife join in that one?
It was just Rob and I.
Okay. Now, at some point in March 23rd, the week between March 23rd and March 26th, did Robert Baker come to your home with his girlfriend?
Yes, he did.
And that was in Las Vegas?
Correct.
Okay. And when they came to your home, were they driving in a particular vehicle that you recall?
Yes, Rob drove, and he was in a black, I think it was a Ford truck.
Like a Ford F-150
Yeah.
or like a Ford Expedition?
I think it was a Ford F-150.
Like a pickup?
Pickup truck, yeah.
Thank you. And did he bring the defendant to your house,
Yes,
Monica?
that was the first time I met Monica.
Okay. Subsequent to going to your house, did you and the defendant and Robert and your wife Michelle all go somewhere for lunch?
Yes, we went to P.F. Chang's in Green Valley to have lunch.
Was that the first time you had met his girlfriend?
Yes, that's the first time I met Monica.
And at some point during that lunch, did you ask Monica for her last name?
Yeah, Monica actually asked for my phone number. So then I said, hey, I put her number on my phone and I said, what's your last name? And she looked at me and she said, it's a long Italian, complicated last name. And she looked at Rob. They kind of spoke with their eyes, and then Rob said, just put down Baker. So even today on my phone, I have her as Monica Baker on my phone.
Okay. Did she ever correct him and give you that long Italian last name?
No.
And what did you and Robert Baker and Monica and your wife discuss during this lunch?
So Monica was going to buy a house in Vegas for Rob. And so I asked Monica if she was planning to move to Vegas, and she said, no, I'm just going to come and go, and we're going to travel to Italy and some other countries, and I'm going to buy this house for Rob. And then she asked me about stock market. I'm a stockbroker, so she was asking me how much money you can make in the market, what kind of things you can do. So we were discussing stock market and how to make investments and make money and things like that. And my wife's a realtor, so Monica was talking to her about potentially buying a house for Rob in Vegas.
So she told you that she was going to buy a house in Las Vegas where Rob would live, and she would come and go from there?
That's correct.
Totally.
And then she said that they were going to travel to Italy and other places. When you say she said they, who was she referring to?
Her and Rob.
Okay. I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
The objection was a false speculation.
Okay. Is that what she told you, that she and Rob were going to be traveling to Italy and other countries?
Yes, she was talking about specifically about Rob and her traveling.
Did she say anything during this lunch about whether or not she, meaning the defendant, Monica Baker, had any property at that time?
Yes, she said she had a house in LA that she was going to sell, and she was going to get proceeds from that. And it was apparently an expensive house.
Is that what she told you?
That's what she told us.
At any point during this first time that you met the defendant, either at your house or at the lunch with your wife at P.F. Chang's, did she ever mention to you that she had been married?
No. My wife and I had no idea Monica was married to anyone until the day the detective showed up at my house.
Sustained.
She never mentioned she had been married. Did she ever mention to you that she was a widow?
No.
When was the first time that you found out that the defendant had been married and widowed?
When
Excuse me 1 second. Sustained.
That night, after the lunch at P.F. Chang's in Green Valley, did you go out for dinner with Rob and Monica?
We plan to go out for dinner next night, the following night.
And the next night, where did the four of you go for dinner?
We went to this restaurant called Andrea's at Encore Casino, which is connected to Wynn, and it's a pretty high-end five-star restaurant. It was a high-end five-star restaurant, and Monica actually invited us.
Sustained.
And who invited who to dinner? Did you make arrangements for the four of you to go to dinner, or was there an invitation? How is it that the four of you, the two couples, wound up at dinner at Andrea's?
Monica invited us to dinner, and I arranged for the dinner through my contacts at Encore, at Andrea's at Encore.
Oh. Set of photographs from March 25th through March 26th in Las Vegas. 7 pages in total. May this packet be marked as People's 207?
Yes.
Showing you People's 207. There's a 23 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize these photos?
Yes, I took these pictures.
And where were these photos taken?
It's at Andrea's at Encore Casino.
And is this the night that you and your wife Michelle met the defendant and Rob for dinner?
That was the night we met for dinner, correct?
March 25th of 2017?
I believe so.
Showing you 207, the next page. There's 24 in the lower right corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, I took that picture outside Intrigue nightclub.
And is that a location that you went to the following night on March 26th?
It was after dinner. After dinner at Andrea's, we went to Intrigue nightclub, which is connected. Wynn is connected to Encore, so we just walked over there.
Okay. Showing you the following page of People's 207. There's a 25 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, that's on the stage, on VIP stage with the DJ at Intrigue nightclub.
Showing you Exhibit 207. There's a 26 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, that's on the stage at Intrigue nightclub at the VIP section.
And 207, there's a 27 in the lower right corner. I'm sorry, left corner. Do you recognize the individuals in this photograph?
Yes, it's my wife Michelle, Monica, and Robert Baker. I took that picture.
Showing you 207, there's a 28 in the lower left corner. Do you recognize what you see here?
The picture with Michelle, Monica, and Robert, I took that, and the picture with me, Monica, and Robert, Michelle took that picture.
And 207, there's a 29 in the lower left corner, starting with the photograph on the left. Is that your wife with the defendant?
That's my wife with Monica, correct.
At the nightclub?
That's correct.
And the photograph to the right?
That's up on stage with me on the left, my buddy who runs the club right in front of me, and then Monica and Michelle taking pictures of the crowd from behind the DJ.
Okay. Who paid for the dinner at Andrea's?
Monica did.
Okay. And what did she do or say in order to pick up the tab that night?
Well, Monica invited us to dinner, and then I kind of asked her if that's okay because the place is really expensive, and she was like, "Don't worry, I got money. It's mine. I got it." And then just order whatever you want.
It's overruled.
And then Michelle and I ordered little stuff, and we don't drink, so then we said, we don't want any drinks, and Monica said,
It is a narrative.
So after you told the defendant that you and Michelle don't drink, did the four of you abstain from drinking that night?
no, Monica was drinking. She ordered a bottle of wine, and she was drinking. And Robert and Michelle and I weren't drinking.
Okay. So she ordered a bottle of wine even though you said you and Michelle weren't drinking?
She did.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear the objection.
Objection irrelevant, Your Honor.
Sustain.
And what was her behavior like during that night at dinner at this restaurant?
It's overruled.
When I met Monica, she was the happiest person I've ever seen. She looked like she was a 22-year-old kid gone on spring break.
Sustain.
Can you tell us what her behavior was like that night?
Initially, she was somewhat normal, and then as she started drinking, she started getting quite crude, sexual.
It's overruled.
She was saying stuff to us about their sex life. She was grabbing his private parts in front of us.
Excuse me a second. It is not responsive.
When you said she was talking about their sex life and grabbing his private parts, whose private parts was she grabbing?
She was grabbing Rob's private part.
And this was at the restaurant or at the nightclub?
Both, but at the restaurant it was kind of embarrassing because people know us there, Michelle and I, and we were a little embarrassed.
Sustain.
And did Rob seem like this was normal for him, or did he say anything to you?
No, Rob was upset.
First off, it's compound, and also speculation.
Did Rob say anything to you about her behavior that night?
Yes, we went
Where
to the
was that?
We went to the bathroom, Rob and I, and he apologized to me for Monica's behavior because he could tell Michelle and I were very uncomfortable with her acting kind of crazy, and I said it's okay. I said as long as you're happy, I'm okay.
Yes, sir. It's not responsive.
Okay. Did you offer to pay for any of the bill, or who paid?
Monica paid, and it was a pretty big bill. So yeah, we were trying to be.
That's
I looked
overruled.
at the bill. Oh,
How much was the bill?
it was like close to $500.
I'm assuming that the bill included the wine, the bottle service?
Yes.
Okay. When she was grabbing Rob's private parts, did she say anything?
She was telling us how great their sex life
Excuse me a
was.
second. Overruled.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, you can answer.
Oh. She was saying how great the sex life was and how great Rob was in bed, and I was making fun of him. I said, how much did you pay her to say that? And these kind of, we were bantering back and forth.
So, when she was grabbing Rob's private parts, she was talking about how great he was in bed.
Correct.
It is cumulative.
I thought that you sustained the objections.
The objection as
So I
to the
react.
non-responsive parts.
Okay, so the rest of it remains. Yes,
That's
Your
true.
Honor? Thank you. At any point in time, did you see the defendant express any grief or sadness over the fact that her husband had been murdered approximately 2 months before?
First of all, we had no idea of that, and she didn't grieve even 1%.
Sustained. Listen to the question, sir. Answer the question only.
Did she act in any manner as if she was experiencing grief for her husband that had been murdered 2 months before?
Not even 1%.
I'm sorry,
I didn't overrule the objection.
I didn't hear your answer.
Not even 1%.
Okay.
We're going to take our adjournment this time till tomorrow at 9 o'clock. The admonition applies. You do not discuss this case either among yourselves or with anyone else in the forum or express any opinions that the files is submitted to you. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow at 9.
All right, that concludes day 17. It's getting a little spicy, So this was Ron Ray, friend of Baker. For this testimony, he came in from Las Vegas with his friend, with his wife. Sorry, he had met Baker in January 2012. Last time he saw Baker was May of 2017 after Baker's birthday party in Las Vegas. He had Monica's name in his phone as Monica Baker. And then they talk about texts from November 2016. Are you living with her? And he said, no, not yet. Can you send a picture? Not living together yet, but coming soon. Baker says, he's grounded. She's grounded. Monica's smart, grounded, loves my crazy ass. They were planning a vacation to Vegas soon. It intrigues Monica knowing that Baker was a corn star. It says she's got a little money, and Ron says, cool, that will stabilize you two when you move in. He played basketball with Baker, but Baker had a Band-Aid on his hand, so they kind of razzed each other about that. And then read it to yourself, means silently. That was good. Baker was staying with Al Birdsong. We heard about him in the opening. Monica was planning on buying a house for Rob in Las Vegas. So Ron is a broker, so Monica was asking about stocks. Monica wanted to travel to Italy and other places with Rob. Monica was going to get proceeds from a house sale. This is all the things she's saying. Ron and his wife had no idea Monica had been married. They went to dinner at a five-star they went to dinner at a five-star restaurant in Las Vegas. This was March 25th. Monica invited us, but he arranged it through his contacts, and this was Andreas's club. Then they went to a nightclub called Intrigue, and they were sitting in the VIP section with this DJ on the stand. Monica paid for the dinner, ended up being $500 bill. It was really expensive. Monica said, don't worry about it, order whatever you want. And Monica said, let's drink, but they don't drink. But Monica ordered a bottle of wine, which I think she ended up drinking by herself because Rob wasn't drinking either. He says Monica was the happiest person he had ever seen. After she started drinking, though, she started getting crude and sexual. She was telling them about their life and grabbing Baker's private parts, both at the restaurant and the nightclub, and he was embarrassed because people knew them at the restaurant. Let's see. Then Rob apologized for Monica's behavior. While grabbing Rob, Monica was saying how great their life was and how good Baker was in bed. He never saw her grieve, even though Fabio had been murdered, 2 months before. And he says, not even 1%. So that concludes day 17 for California versus Monica Sementilli. We will be picking up on day 18 because we're 18, 19, 20. We're 3 days behind. So we're going to do 18 and 19 Saturday and Sunday. So we want to get caught up as much as we can because we know Austin's coming. He's right there. We know he's coming. So, horn dog harmonica. Horn dog harmonica. She sure is. Yep, future. Like I always say, you can't take some people anywhere. I mean, she's acting like she's 20 years old, which I get it, but she's not. And then she's also, her husband just got brutally murdered, and she's just, ugh. So anyway, yep, that is a good band name. All right, guys, I'm pretty beat. We've been streaming for most of the day, so I'm going to call it a night. It's Friday night here in the U.S., in Florida, so we're going to go enjoy some adult beverages ourselves. So the horn dog harmonicas. That's a good one. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you guys being with us all day. We did Todd Mullis, then harmonica, then Monica, and then Todd Mullis, and then harmonica. So we've been all over the map today, but only on these 2 trials. So thanks for joining us. Thank you to Erin for all that she does and has done today. Thank you to OnlyFan, Therapist Brat, Widespread Panic, Hellcat, Fala. Thank you guys all, our wonderful mods. I think Rachel B, was she with us today? I know she was with us today at some point. Florida PI Sam. Thank you guys all. Really appreciate it. I guess that's it. Bottle of wine, no crotch grabbing. I promise. All right. Thank you guys for keeping the chat mood light and funny as always. Watching trials can be serious stuff, but chat always makes it fun and exciting. and that's all I can ask for. So we will see you tomorrow. We'll probably stream at 4 tomorrow. We have a lot to do. My brother and his wife are coming into town next weekend, so we got to do all kinds of things this weekend to get ready for them. So we'll be streaming probably 4 o'clock. I think it's going to be about a 5-hour stream. So we'll be doing like 4 to 9, both Saturday and Sunday. So we will see you guys tomorrow, Saturday, 4 o'clock. Oh, and don't forget to look up. I looked up, I saw Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. Saturn had already set, and that's all I could see. So if you get a chance, go out and check it out. It's happening right now. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.